Alright guys, I did a video on putting an OEM Mini rack on top on my 2009 Mini Cooper. Now this weekend I actually put my Yakima bicycle rack on top of the OEM Mini rack. Let me show you. I'm not doing a review on this bicycle rack. Just give you some tips on what you might run into as you're shopping for a bike rack or whatever you're going to put on top of your Mini. So one of the things you want to keep an eye on is when you open your trunk, does it actually hit this? I just cleared by basically millimeters, and I had to use a thicker spacer here in the back than I normally use in the front. So when I actually had a thinner spacer, it was actually hitting the glass. So so the thicker one works. And let me go ahead and give you some dimensions. So if you're shopping for a bike rack or for your OEM Mini rack on top, you'll know what you need. Okay, I've got to tell you this other thing. On the front, you have these spoilers. Let me get from the front here. On the front, you have these spoilers. So at least the clamps I was using didn't clamp very well, so I had to actually shift it inward some, and that was one of the reasons I had to put that spacer in the back. So take that in consideration. You have these spoilers depending on how straps. I think a lot of them nowadays just use straps, flexible straps to strap underneath rather than these type of clamps. But here are your dimensions. So basically it's about 47 inches from the front all the way till it touches your trunk if you have a hatchback. So, but as you obviously as you raise it up, you're gonna buy a little bit more room. So let's check it as you increase the height. Okay, I stuck a 2x4, so this is 1.5 inches spacer in here. So now I'm about 50 inches, and what that does is it allows you to clear this piece. Now you can now end up hitting the glass, so you buy a few more inches going in with height basically. Okay, since the trunk is slightly curved, so actually the closer you get to the middle, if you mount anything in the middle of the rack, you're going to end up even with less space clearance to the back. So right now it's about, before it was like 47, so you lost another maybe a half an inch or a little bit more, and that would take you all the way to the back, 46.5, until it hits that black piece in the back. Now let's see what happens if I put the 1.5 inch spacer on top. Okay, as you can see, even with a 1.5 inch spacer, it doesn't clear this piece in the back. So you need something a little bit higher, maybe 2 inches. And if you did go with the 2-inch spacer between here, you do get about almost up to 50 inches all the way to the back. So as you're shopping for a whatever you're going to put on your OEM Mini rack, be aware that you're going to only have a certain amount of space before it hits your trunk. So this video wasn't really an install. I just wanted to be able to get the information out there about the dimensions if after you get your rack up, your cross members for your Mini, that you got a limited space between the front and all the way to the back if you want to open up your hatch. So so as you're shopping out there for a rack or whatever you're going to put on top, so just keep in mind that you may hit the back, or you may need to slide a step forward. So good luck on your rack. Thanks for watching.